We think he is cash money, young money. He is not walking around flashing money. Brittany was like, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I'm trying to get my life together. I want to take care of my baby. Hey guys, it's Sharika and welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would love to have you. So today we are doing some Dungeness crab legs. These look so good, y'all. And I have my mayo mustard dip over here. For today's drink, I'm just doing a lemon lime water. So let's go ahead and say grace. Amen. Happy Monday, y'all. Y'all, I'm so hungry. I'm getting ready to smash, okay? Let me turn this off because it's making it a little warm in the room. I'm not the only thing that's hot in here, okay? I'm just playing. All right, y'all. We do have a story time today. Y'all look at this. Can y'all see that? Let me get the middle one first. Oh, my hands are gonna get messy. All right, so we do have a story time today. Now, I did receive a few requests on Instagram. Try to send me some new ones from the new season, like this season or at least the last season. Because most of the ones that you guys send me from For My Man, I've already seen them. I've already told that story before. Okay. Everybody all right? Ooh. Okay. So the story is from For My Man. And there was this girl, her name was Brittany. And Brittany lost her mom when she was about 10 years old. So she was kind of bouncing around from home to home like different family members. When she turned 17, she basically just lived with friends. Like, she didn't want to live with her family members and stuff anymore. So, you know, she would just be laying from pillow to post. You know, whoever let her stay until she wear out her welcome, and then she would be on to the next. So, girl, one day, Brittany at Walmart, probably stealing, because she would do, you know, she was in these streets, so she would do crazy stuff too just to make money however she could. So I don't know what she was doing in Walmart, because she ain't have nobody job, she ain't have nobody money, so I don't know what she was doing in there. So, girl, she's standing up there in Walmart flipping through the magazines. In walks Tyrone. Okay. So Tyrone tap on the shoulder like, hey, little mama, what's up? You know, whatever. So they stand there. They talking. So next thing you know, he invites Brittany over to his mom's house. So they over there talking. She pouring her heart out to him, letting him know, you know, everything that she's been through, how she lost her mom. She really don't have nowhere to stay, and this and that. So one day turned into 3 days. And now they in a full-blown relationship. Okay. Now Tyrone don't have no job either. Mama said you can't bring Brittany up in my house to live over here. So y'all gonna have to figure it out. So, you know, they would like steal and different things. They would just do basically whatever they could do to get money. And then they would just, you know, sleep on a cousin's couch, sleep on friend's couch. And they would just do that like back and forth for months and months. So Brittany was expecting a $12,000 check because when her mom died, the family never sold a house. So they decided that they was gonna finally sell the house and Brittany would get $12,000. So shortly after finding out about the $12,000, one day she just felt sick to her stomach and she decided to take a pregnancy test. So now little Brittany, she pregnant. So she telling Tyrone, you know, she want to have a real family. She want to try to get a place of her own. And she just want to raise her child the right way. Right. So Tyrone agreed. He wanted to raise the kid the right way. You know, get on the straight and narrow path. Leave the 5-finger discount behind. You know, and do what's right. So they both ended up getting a job at a fast food restaurant. So one day, Tyrone comes to the house. I think at this point they was living at his cousin's house. So Tyrone comes to the house and he tells Brittany that one of his homeboys told him that he had a spare room and they could come live over there and they would just have to, you know, split the rent. So Brittany is excited about it. You know, she like, okay, good, we got a permanent place to stay. And by this time, I think she was like 5 months pregnant. Like she was showing. Well, the guy that had the apartment, the extra room, he lived maybe like an hour away from where they were staying and where their jobs were and everything. So Dumb and Dumber decided they was gonna quit their job and go move with the boy. A house full of bills, but they still decided they was gonna quit their job because it was too far away and they ain't had nobody to call. Okay. Yeah, I said car. Y'all know when I say car, I'm in it. Okay. So girl, they get to the house. They meet the dude. His name Pablo. Y'all, my whole camera just turned off. I had to switch out my memory card. That made me forget everything I was saying. Okay, so they got to the house to meet Pablo. And the owner of the apartment was there as well. So we'll call the owner of the apartment Mr. Roger. So Mr. Roger met Pablo at church. Pablo came from Mexico, didn't have a job, a pot to piss in, or one to throw it out of. So Mr. Rogers let him rent out the apartment and he gave him a job. So he was happy to see that Pablo had invited some roommates over. So everybody was cool. So shortly after them moving into the apartment, Brittany receives a letter saying that something happened with the closing of the house and she won't be receiving the $12,000. And they was basically waiting on that $12,000 and, you know, they was depending on it. That's why they quit their job. So Tyrone talking to Pablo and telling him the money fell through and he need to figure out a way to make some money. So Pablo comes up with this idea and said that Mr. Rogers had a big job that he did and he was going to the bank to deposit a $200,000 check. So he said they can call Mr. Rogers over there and basically rob him blind. Like he gonna be walking around with $200,000 on him, but okay. Who do you think he is? Cash Money, Young Money. He is not walking around flashing money up in front of everybody. But okay. So Brittany was like, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I'm trying to get my life together. I want to take care of my baby. I don't want to have anything to do with it. So Tyrone ain't even have to say nothing. Pablo steps in and says, this is your way of proving to Tyrone. Now this is Pablo. This is your way of proving to Tyrone that you love him and that you'll do anything for him. And I'm sure if you stand by him and help us out with this, then you'll never have to worry about Tyrone going anywhere, because he know that you love him and you'll be there for him. That's all little Brittany had to hear. Oh, she down for the cause. So they tell Brittany, call Mr. Rogers and tell him that there's a leaky pipe and it needs to be fixed. And not the kind of leaky pipe y'all think about, little nasties. So Mr. Rogers said, okay, I'll be over there at about 7 o'clock in the morning the next day. So everybody's suited and booted, ready to, you know, do what they need to do to get this $200,000. Now, Pablo should have been ashamed of himself, because this man had helped him with everything. Mr. Rogers knocks on the door. They let him in. As soon as he turned his back, Pablo and Tyrone started hitting him across the head with a metal bat. So of course, Mr. Rogers fell to the floor. And they wasn't expecting that much blood. I don't know how they wasn't expecting that, but so that kind of threw them off. So they ended up putting a bag over his head to stop the bleeding. Now this is what they said. These are their words, not my words. These are their words. They put the bag over the head to stop the bleeding. Okay. Say these some damn fools. So Mr. Rogers is done, okay? And he don't have no money on him. So they like, okay, well, we gonna get him to forge the check. We gonna get him to write us the check. How you gonna get him to write you the check? He can't even keep his eyes open. How you gonna get him to write a check? But okay. So they put him in the closet. Tyrone and Pablo go to the car to look for a checkbook. Brittany's still in the house, and she could hear like she can hear the paper bag noise in the closet and moaning. So she knew he wasn't completely gone, but he was on his last leg. So they come in the house, they found the checkbook, and they tell Brittany she needs to forge a check for $25,000. So Brittany said, you know, she's not doing it. Which to me was so stupid, because if you didn't went this far, you might as well go all out. Now you don't went this far. What's writing a bad check? So they decided they gonna move out, go live with their cousin, try to act like nothing ever happened. Now they ain't getting nothing out of the deal from doing this to this guy. They decided they gonna go ahead and, before moving out, they threw the body in the river. So two guys was fishing one day, found Mr. Rogers. Of course, Mr. Rogers' family knew that he was going to see Pablo, and that was the last time that they heard from him. So they went and picked up Pablo. Pablo had his girlfriend with him. Now his girlfriend, her name was Keisha, okay? Honey, they got Keisha in there. Keisha started singing like a bird. Now Keisha wasn't there when all of this happened, but Pablo had told her what happened. So she told on everybody. They went and picked everybody up. Pablo got the death penalty, and the other two got life. If that ain't the dumbest thing. Now the crazy thing about it is, they probably could have just talked to the guy and let him know the situation, that they were going to have some problems paying the rent, and he could have either gave them a job or, you know, helped them out. Ridiculous. Just stupid. Okay guys, so I hope you're done eating. If you're eating with me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to click the next 2 videos at the bottom of the screen, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye y'all.